Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the long anticipated Valkyrie Turbo. So let's talk about why this is important. Back in September, I went to Gunsight Academy and we did some rifle and some pistol training, and we were using some Crimson Trace optics as well as this laser light combo here. Now you can see, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, this is a TIR lens on this thing. We did do some nighttime shooting and some of the targets were out at like 35, 40, 50 yards. And with this pistol light, the rifle light was fine. With this pistol light, getting positive identification on some of those steel targets out at 50 yards was really challenging. Now, luckily this one does have a laser in combination with the white light, so you could kind of get that pinging of the laser off of the steel, but for the most part, those targets at 50 yards were very hard to see with this traditional LED. Now look at the lens on the Turbo. If you didn't see the Odin Turbo, this is using the same technology, LEP versus LED. Laser excited phosphor. Now in just a bit, I'm gonna take the new Turbo out back and do some nighttime comparison footage versus the Valkyrie PL2 as well as the PL Pro. So these are the predecessors, but both of these are LEDs and they do have TIR lenses. So you'll get to see the performance differences and how much further the LEP technology can reach out there. Now there's gonna be pros and cons to that. The LEP technology is going to reach out further, allow you to identify targets at a greater distance. The LED is going to have more spill and flood, so you'll be able to see more of the peripheral. So there's a give and take. Now, one thing I've been very critical on Olight about their weapon-mounted lights is the fact that these step down the brightness after 60 seconds, all right? So you have full power for 60 seconds, and then as the unit starts to heat up, it will gradually step down the light. As a civilian, again, I have no law enforcement, no military experience, so I'm speaking from kind of an uninformed position. I don't know how frequently you would need a full 60 seconds or more of continuous light. I will tell you, when we were doing some of our room clearing and our CQB exercises, you use your light very sparingly, all right? You don't have the light on while you're maneuvering hallways and doorways and stuff like that. You literally just momentarily to get some PID on stuff. So it's not a huge problem, but I still don't like it. I don't like that your light steps down after 60 seconds of continuous use. Did they fix it on the Turbo? Kinda. It's 3.5 minutes, all right? So the LEP technology does not get hot as quickly, and so you do get 3.5 minutes of continuous full power before it starts to step down. All right, this is gonna be another thing that a lot of guys will really gravitate to. So a lot of people have issue with the proprietary chargers on the Olight series lights. Again, there's pros and cons to it. The pro is that you can just literally recharge this just like you do your cell phone every night. Just recharge this occasionally and it'll always be bright. The con is if the light's dead, if the battery internally is dead, then you have to wait to recharge it. You can't replace the batteries. Now the PL2 did not have that problem. It had two CR123s, and the Turbo also has two CR123s. And a lot of guys complain that, well, I want rechargeable and I don't want to replace my batteries all the time. Well, Olight has heard you. So if you look at the product page and you scroll down, I just noticed this before I started this review as I was doing some of my research, they are offering you free replacement batteries from now through the end of December 2023, all right? So for the next 1.5 years, you can get your batteries replaced for free. Now, size-wise, the Turbo is about 3/10 of an inch longer than the predecessors, but thankfully it does still fit in holsters that were designed for the predecessor, although you can see it sticks out just a little bit past the end there on this G-code. Showing way too many in this video. YouTube's gonna demonetize this, watch. Now, other than that, it's pretty much what you'd expect from the Valkyrie series. It does have those rails for both the Glock as well as a 1913 adapter. It has the same quick throw lever, has the same button interface. It is a press and hold for momentary, or a quick press and release for a steady on. And while the light is on, if you click both buttons, it goes into its strobe mode. And this has 530 meters of throw and 70,000 candela. Now, for comparison, the PL2 is 257 meters of throw and 1,200 lumens, and the PL Pro has a 280 meter throw and 1,500 lumens. Let's take these out back and compare them. If you're new to my channel, the barn that you are about to see is 61 yards from where I'm standing, all right? Now, this is the PL2 up first. And for frame of reference, the barn is 14 feet tall at the peak. So it kind of gives you an idea of the size of the hotspot on this. This is again the PL2. Let's move this out of the way and bring in the turbo. So look at the difference on that hotspot there, all right? So that's the PL2 and that's the turbo. And if I bring this out in front of the camera, you can actually see how it's cutting through the air right there. Now, I want to point something else out. Back in the trees to the left of the barn, you can just barely see it with the naked eye, right? Well, it's right there. There is a white spot back there at 107 yards. That is a steel target. I'm going to move the PL2 out of the way and watch what the turbo does. Lights it up with no problem. I can easily see that target at 107 yards. And here is the slightly brighter PL Pro. All right, it's a little bit warmer temperature than the PL2, but a bigger hotspot and more lumens output. And with this one, you can see that target back there at 107 yards. Let's move this off to the side and bring in the turbo again. So that's the Turbo PL Pro, Turbo Pro. All right, there you go. At the time of filming, this is running about $135, and I do have a 10% off coupon code. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen right here. Now, there's a link in the description below if you're interested in this. Full disclosure, if you use that link, I get 10% of whatever you purchase, all right? So if you purchase this, I get $13.50. That's just less money that Olight gets, and it comes to me. So if you appreciate all of the giveaways we do on this channel, all the nighttime comparison footage, I'd appreciate using that link. On that giveaway note, I do not have a giveaway of this, okay? My giveaways usually accompany the flash sales. If you're new to my channel, this is my first video you're watching, I do tons of giveaways. A lot of them are not flashlights, they're tactical gear, all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure you are subscribed. But the best way to be notified is there's a link in the description to my newsletter. Enter your email address to join my newsletter. I promise you, I do not spam you. I only send you important information like my giveaways. That's it, guys. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. It helps this video show up in more of the recommendation feeds. And as always, I appreciate your time watching. Lots more videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one.